Hello everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. So after reading transcripts this week, just to touch on some of these questions here, what story resonated with me the most? The story that I found to stick out the most to me was the "I was just stuck" story. And the reason for this is because while I have never been in the same shoes as these individuals, in high school there was moments where I was, or not moments, but there was a time period where I was kind of bullied or like an outsider to a certain group of people for like my personal reasons that I won't get like specifically into, but I kind of resonated with them because I like kind of was able to relate to the just being picked on or made fun of for something that other people don't agree with. And what surprised you the most? I was pretty surprised by everyone's diverse backgrounds and the different, like all the different experiences that everyone went through. Now, obviously, I expected that not everyone's would be the exact same, but it was pretty interesting to me to see how wide all of these backgrounds for all these individuals varied. How was your perception of trans people changed? Well, I must say, after reading through all the different stories and all the different information and transcripts, that I definitely view them more brave than I did before. Obviously, I knew that they were. It takes a lot of bravery. However, it was pretty heartbreaking to see some of the things that they went through. So just the bravery that it takes is definitely something that I found very notable. And then, how might you act differently? I think. I mean, obviously, I think that in the future, when acting differently when meeting a trans person, I would love to listen more, because I feel like from the stories that were told in transcripts, I feel like there's a lot for an individual to learn through other people's stories, and some of the stories and transcripts were super prominent. I think there's a lot of room for me to become more informed by just being able to be quiet and listen to a lot more of what they have to say. Obviously, not in like a not that I've not done that in the past, but I feel like in the future it'll definitely be a big priority of mine. And then how do I think I could be a better ally? So I think in the future going forward, I just want to portray myself as more of an ally. I've always been somebody who I felt has been pretty approachable, but I think that I need to take a step further and make myself known as somebody that is approachable in that realm, and maybe kind of just try to involve myself with the community more, so that I can just hopefully be a bigger ally in the community. And then a question I'd like to ask: have you ever firsthand witnessed prejudice against a member in the trans community? And I don't want to put anyone in a spot here, so if that is a question that you don't really want to fully dive into, I would just ask, where do you think it's most common? This could be social media, it could be around our college campus, it could be back in your hometowns, whatever it might be. I'm just curious to hear a little bit more about other people's views on this topic. Thank you.